Hi, welcome to my channel and my first ever YouTube video, which makes me a bit nervous, but I hope you don't mind. Today we'll be making a Christmas wreath that you can hang on your wall like I did. Maybe you can see a little bit in the camera, or you can put it on the table or hang it on your front door, whatever you decide. And that's about it. I hope you stay till the end, and let's start. So first you'll need to cover your working space because we are going to work with glitter and it might get very messy. You can take your old craft paper, or if you have an old university paper that you own, put it there. But since it's a craft video, all has to look nice and tidy. We will have the nice brown paper as a background. Of course, you'll need your Christmas wreath that I bought from a Christmas market, but there are plenty sold out there, in supermarkets, and it doesn't have to be real Christmas tree. You'll also need some elements. I chose glittery leaves for my wreath, also available in so many stores during the Christmas time. Then I chose some crystals for my project. A jewelry wire or floristic wire. Green, nice to work with and not visible in the wreath. Another thing that we'll need are some ornaments. These are tiny glass ornaments. Very important are the lights because they will make your wreath very cute and festive. But if you don't find anything, a similar one like I did, you can of course pick any other lights. For instance, these kinds are sold everywhere. And some scissors to cut our wire, or whatever you use to, that cuts. And last but not least is a nice cup of coffee or a tea, whatever you're a fan of. So that's about it. Let's take a sip and start into the project. First we'll start off with preparing the basics for our wreath. We'll start with the harder part, which is like little crystal leaves. For that we'll need two kinds of crystals. Of course you can use just one kind and your favorite color. The small ones will go to the top and the bigger ones on the bottom. Just cut a piece of wire about 40 centimeters long, which is about 15 inches. Okay, so this is how it will look like, just so you have a little bit of idea what we're aiming for. So you take your piece of wire and you put the small crystal at the top of it, and now just twist it around to make sure it's fixed and in place. Try to twist it always in one direction. I know it can be a bit hard sometimes to to realize which side it is. Just twist it around about 5-10 times depending on the thickness of your wire, and as you can see, nice and clean. It is a nice and clean twist. And now start adding new crystals to it. Make sure you keep a distance between them. Then go further to the bottom, add another crystal and another. The length is up to you. I decided that mine will be about 10 centimeters long, which will look pretty nice with the wreath and very sparkly. So now that you're finished with your little crystal branch or leaf or a flower, whatever it looks like, you just want to, leave a bit of space at the bottom so they stand out more in the wreath itself. And you want to make 10 of those. Of course, you can make more or less depending on your own preferences. I went for 10. Now we take our glittery leaves, and what we want to do is just to cut them and choose the nicer ones that will end up in your wreath. For the golden leaves, just cut those mini leaves from the main body. So, after we have everything ready, it's time to begin working on the wreath. I usually start with the hardest part, which is making a little loop on the wreath, because I will hang mine, and for that you'll need, a little thing to put it on. I cut a big piece of wire and then folded it into parts, or you can always use a thread as well. Just wrap it around the wreath and create a little hoop. Make sure it holds and fold it, to the right, to the left, in the middle, at the back, at the front. Main thing, it holds, and you don't really see it. So, yeah, make sure it holds. Now let's start with the fun part, and which is, decorating our wreath, of course. Usually with the bulkier items, I try out how they look, and I usually start with them. So in this case, these are these white leaves. How will we attach them? We take a piece of wire again, wrap it around the bottom leaves and fix it a bit by twisting it around. And now just, fold it around your wreath, and this way it will be fixed. Pretty easy, doesn't have to look cute, you don't really see it how it's fixed. You can then hide the bottom with the branches of the wreath. So yeah, just make sure it holds more or less, and do the same with the rest of the white leaves. Now that we are done with the white leaves, let's take the golden ones and, using the same technique, add them to the wreath as well. We are taking 2 leaves and binding them together, but just like the previous ones, we fold them around the wreath and they will be fixed pretty nicely, so no fallouts or anything. The next step of our project will be attaching the crystal pieces that we've made earlier today. It's not that hard, a bit different from the ones we did before. No need to fold them around the wreath, but just twist them around the single branches of the Christmas tree parts. Do you call them that? Yeah, just fix them to the single branches and then cut the loose ends, and that's it. Now with all the leaves and elements attached, let's take a look how it looks. Pretty nice. We could actually keep it that way if you're more of a minimalist, but I decided to go further with our decorations, and the next step is the lights. To attach our battery thing first, and it's pretty challenging, trust me. I was struggling a bit with it. Just once again using the green wire, but main thing that it doesn't fall off. And after you've attached your battery thing, if you have one of course, it's time to put the lights around, but I was, a bit silly and I forgot to film it. Sorry about that, but it's not that hard. Just fold it around. If something stands out, you can always fix it. Yeah, so that's about the lights. Let's see how the lights look at night. You see, very nice as well. Last but not least, we are adding our mini Christmas ornaments to the wreath. We'll be using the same technique as the crystal pieces. Just wrap it around the single branches. And that's pretty much it. Just add the ornaments one by one. Start with one color first and then add on another color. Once again, this Christmas wreath is fully a product of your imagination, so it's up to you which decorations you use, which order you put them in. If you want to have lights or not, you can add so many other details like berries or candies or whatever you want to. So here's our final piece with all the ornaments and all the details on it. I think it turned out very nice, very sparkly, very festive. And now it's only time to put it on the wall and let it shine. So that's about it. I hope you liked the tutorial. It's not that hard, is it? Now just try it at home, and if you ever make one, just send me a picture. I'd love to see it, and I promise you I'll comment you, give you the feedback. So yeah, try it at home and subscribe to the channel. You never know, maybe the next tutorial will be the one you're waiting for. And if you have any suggestions what I should show you, just tell me. So yeah, thank you for watching and happy holidays!